Let us see the workflow for COVID-19 dashboard. Okay, firstly, let us see the database. So this is our COVID table. It has a previous data. Now, when we run our DAG and when we run our server, the new data should be updated in our database. So let us see the previous data. It's like 1 lakh 1 crore 83 lakh total cases are there. And in United States, it's like 3 crore 18 lakh. Let us see the data types. Country, it's nothing but character varying. WHO, it is character varying. WHO in the sense WHO region. Total cases is numeric. Total cases per 1 lakh population, it is also numeric. New cases in 7 days is numeric. New cases in 7 days per 1 lakh population is numeric. New cases in 24 hours numeric. Total deaths is numeric. Total deaths per 1 lakh population, it is numeric. Deaths in 7 days is numeric. Deaths in 7 days per 1 lakh population, it's numeric. Deaths in 24 hours is numeric, and as well as transmission classification, but we renamed it transmission. So it is character variant. So now we have seen the previous data, that is the data in the database. So now when we run our DAG, the data should be extracted from this website. So from here we are extracting the data and saving it in the form of CSV format. So India, the total cases is like for present day 1 crore 91 lakhs. So even the database should get updated. For United States, it's like 3 crore 19 lakh. And this is a so this is a folder where the CSV files will get stored. That means when the data is extracted, it is converted into CSV format and that file is stored over here. And after saving that file, we are going to clean that file again and we are going to saving it here. We are cleaning it because there are many other special characters in the file, like commas or dollar symbols when we extract the data. So we are removing it and saving it in order to load it in our database. So now let us run the DAG. So this is our DAG, COVID_DAG. This is actually proposed to be scheduled daily. So this DAG should schedule daily, but for demo purpose, I'm triggering it manually. Yes, successfully 3 tasks are completed. Let us see the tasks. Data is extracting from this website and saving it in the form of CSV format. Then we are checking whether the file exists in that particular folder or not. Then we are cleaning the raw CSV file and saving it in the same folder. So let us see the folder now. Yes, this file 2 is nothing but the first file which directly extract the data and save it in the form of file 2. This clean 2 is the file which is saved after cleaning this file to file. So we will use this clean to file in order to save the data in database. So now after we update this database, then the data from this database is actually connected to Tableau desktop. Then from Tableau desktop, it is connected to Tableau online server. From Tableau online server, we are using the script over there. We are using the Tableau JavaScript API in order to get the data from Tableau online server and display it in our website. So first, let us see our website and then let us see the workflow. So let us see the website once. So now when I run this website, we need to see that the data in the database should get updated, and as well as we need to see the new data for our website. That is for India, we need to see 1 crore 91 lakh cases, total cases. Let us see that whether the data in this database is updated or not. It is getting updated. Okay, we are able to see the we are actually able to see the previous data, that is 1 crore 83 lakh total cases. This is actually the data update time. So let us we put it as 1 minute. So let us wait for 1 minute and let us see whether the data is directly updating or not. Because now the data is updated to database. From database, it should update to Tableau desktop and Tableau desktop to Tableau server. And from there, we need to see in this website. So let us just wait for 1 minute in order to trigger it again. Sorry, in order to load it again. Yes, now successfully the data in our website is also updated. We are able to see the total cases is like 1 crore 91 lakh, and in US it's like 3 crore 19 lakh. So same way we will be able to see for each and every graph. Total deaths, I didn't remember the number. But once it gets updated for total cases, then automatically we can assure that even the total deaths and as well as all other columns are getting updated. So deaths in 24 hours, according to WHO region, in different countries. This is like in India, this is for 24 hours. As it is a live, we made a live connection with our database and then with our Tableau's online server and to our website. So that is the reason we are able to see the updated data immediately in our website. So this color indicates different color. So these are the graphs. I will show these graphs in particular. If we select, this is total cases for all countries. If we select one country over here, we can see that country's data over here. This is actually a filter. Yes, we are able to see Bangladesh data. Okay. Cases in 7 days, deaths in 7 days. Okay. Now let us see whether the database is updated or not. As we are able to see the data in our website, we can assure that the database is updated. But once, let us see it again. India, it's like, yes, it is 1 crore 91 lakh total cases, and US it's like 3 crore 19 lakh. We are able to see the updated data. Now let us see how we have connected it to Tableau desktop. So this is our dashboard, which we have created in Tableau desktop. This is a data source, and we are making a live connection in this. Now let us see, these are the sheets we have created. So let us create a sheet. So let us see how we have connected it to database. Let me open the new Tableau desktop interface and connect it to my database. And then let us again come back to this and see over here. Okay, connect to data. So we have various options, but we are connecting it to PostgreSQL database. As I have already connected it once, so the data is already there. So let me enter the password. The database is connected, and now let us use this table. we are making a live connection in order to see that when we update the database, immediately the changes should be seen in our website. So we let us see whether let us see the data or how we have created the sheets. So here there are many options to create the sheets. Yes. Total cases to size, so that we can see that the size of bubble is changed with the size. Total cases. So this is a way we can create our sheet. In our database, these things are like we used a numeric data type for this. So that is the reason we are getting it in measures. If not, we will get it in dimensions like country, transmission, or WHO region. So only for measures, we can do a bar graph or any tree graph like that. So being the numeric data, it is converted into measures in our Tableau. We can do many operations. Okay. Let me use WHO region and the other graph. Let me see like total deaths. Yes, we are able to see bar graph. We can actually, it is actually presently showing now some, right? So measure is sum. We can change it to average, maximum, or any other kind of thing. So here we can create a dashboard. Let us do it as range, and then let us increase our height of this dashboard according to our wish. Then let us increase our width. Yes. Now we can drag and put it in floating. And now we can drag our sheets in order to do our dashboard. So this is a demo. So in this way, we have created our dashboard. So after creating this dashboard, we need to publish this dashboard to Tableau Online Server. In order to publish that dashboard, we need to first publish our data source, which is actually having a live connection. So we need to click on your server and publish data source COVID Drive. I have already published it to our Tableau Online. I will show you that. So I will not publish this now. Instead, I can publish this dashboard so that it won't duplicate it. Publish workbook. I'm publishing this. Okay, data sources, it is already connected with COVID trail. So refresh not enable. We need to enable refresh access in order to see immediate response, immediate data update in our website. So we need to enable that, and then we need to publish it. Okay, in order to connect to Tableau Online server, we need to have a Tableau Bridge client, which acts as a bridge between Tableau Desktop and Tableau Online. This symbol, it is actually running in my desktop, so that this is the reason we are able to make the live connection. If not, we won't be able to make it. We have to see the dashboard. So this is the dashboard created for demo purpose, and we are able to see it in our Tableau Online server. Now let us see the original one which we have used in our website. So this is that one. So first sheet. Okay. This is a symbol map, and as I have already said, we use this in order to understand whether the data source is getting updated or not. Data update time. In order to, for our understanding, we put it, but we can actually remove this. We put it in, to understand at what time the data source is getting updated. Okay, and going to next sheet, this is a simple map for total deaths. So this is also created in the same manner, and we can actually see the data. Okay. So in sheet 3, this is world map for all cases. So we have used here cases, and then we put new cases in our detail in order to show it in this detail. Color in color, we put the country in color in order to change the color. So we can edit the color. So if we put orange, then apply. We can change it for different countries in this way. So let it be for having the previous one. Let us just do this. Okay. So this is actually total deaths. We are able to see total deaths and deaths in 7 days and deaths in 24 hours. To get the details in this tool works, we need to just drag and drop it in detail, like this detail. Then we will be able to see even new cases in 7 days. But presently we don't want that. So in this is a map for only deaths. So deaths and deaths in 7 days and deaths in 24 hours. Okay. This is for deaths in 24 hours according to WHO region. This is a bar graph, and each split indicates a different country. Coloring is according to WHO region. So here we can see that India is having around 3,523 new deaths in 24 hours, as well as other countries. Let us see the other graph. So this is cases in 24 hours. We're able to see India's cases is like 4 lakh, and Brazil is 69,000. So in the same way, in Africa region, there are various countries. So each division indicates that different country. This is a graph for cases reported in 7 days. Even this is a bar graph according to WHO region, and cases reported in 7 days. This color code is according to country. So each color indicates a different country. Previous graph, it is according to WHO region, and now it is according to country. Okay. Now that's reported in 7 days. We will be able to see any kind of numeric data type only in this measures. So when we use this measures column only, we will be able to do this bar graph or any kind of tree map like that. With only with dimensions, we will be able to see only this country maps. Total cases for all countries. Yes, this is actually a filter which we have used. So if we want total cases for this particular country, we can just include that. Angola is a country which I have included, and Aruba. Yes, we are able to see the cases in Aruba. Okay. So in the same way, there is a filter for all countries. We can do it. Get total deaths data for all countries. Even this is the same graph. We have not included this in our dashboard, but we just created it. It's in India. Okay. So let's go into next graph. This is a graph according to transmission classification. So the size indicates the size of the bubble indicates the total deaths. If the total deaths in that particular country is more, then they will see the size of bubble is more. So in United States, the total deaths is like 5,69,000, and transmission is community transmission. And in India, it is clusters of cases, and total deaths are 2 lakh. And in Brazil, it's 4 lakh. So in the same way, we are able to see the bubbles, size of the bubble. The color is according to transmission. You can see here, transmission. This is a tree map. Here, this is a tree map according to total cases. So total cases indicates the size. United States, as it has more cases, it is indicated first, and then India, and then Brazil, and so on. So in the same way, total deaths. Then this is cases in 7 days. So each ring indicates a different country. For India, it is total cases in 7 days is 25 lakh 54,000. Each color indicates a different country, and this is cases in 7 days with particular to WHO region. Yes. The next here deaths in 7 days, but here the size of this bubble is varying because we put sum of deaths in size. So according to deaths number, even the size of the ring is varying. As India has many deaths, the size is bigger. It is 22,309 total deaths in 7 days. This is Brazil. So each color indicates different country as in previous case. Next sheet. This is a pie chart indicating new cases in 24 hours. In total, WHO region is Southeast Asia. It is West Pacific, and this is Americans. So in the same way, new deaths in 24 hours. We can see it in different regions. So next graph, going to total cases. This is country. United States of America. This is a country graph. Total cases is like 3 crore 19 lakh, and for Brazil it's like 1 crore 1 crore 45 lakh. India it's 1 crore 91 lakh. Color is according to WHO region, and we even displayed the total cases number over here. So this is for total deaths, and color is according to country. And we are displaying total deaths, and the size is according to total deaths. Yes. And then going to next sheet. It is total cases. The size of this bubble is according to total cases. We are displaying total cases and as well as country name and as well as transmission classification data. So this is our dashboard. We have created our dashboard in the same manner which I have shown in the previous way. So now even this is other graph where the deaths in 24 hours, and here the cases in 24 hours. So in the previous demo, I have shown that how to create a dashboard. So in the same way, we have created this dashboard by increasing its height and as well as changing its width according to our custom specifications. And then we just use the sheets in order to create this dashboard. So we have created it in this way. And then we have published it to Tableau online server. We just published this workbook to Tableau online server. We didn't use Tableau Public because in Tableau Public, it can't show the live connections. Being this a live connection and we need to see the data immediately updated in our website, we use live connections, and for that reason, we have used Tableau online server. We can actually use Tableau server also, which gives a more good performance. But for using trial version, it needs like system requirements is like it needs 16 GB RAM, but my system requirement is my system has only 8 GB, so that's the reason we have used only Tableau online server in order to publish it instead of Tableau server. Let us see the connection. I'm just publishing it again, but I have already previously published it also. Let us see that, and I have published it in the previous, its name, yes. This is the one I have published it before, and we are using this in our website. So basically here Tableau Bridge should be installed, Bridge client. So we need to run this. So we can understand that this bridge acts as a barrier between the Tableau desktop and as well as Tableau online server. So when the data gets updated in the database, it gets updated to Tableau desktop, and from Tableau desktop, it is getting updated to Tableau online server using this Tableau bridge client. So this is the one which I have created now and I have published it. So we are able to see that. I just published it. This is already the previous one. The data sources, it is the database is trial and the COVID is a table name. Connection is live. Okay, so we are using this one in order to get the data from here, and we are using this to put it in our website. So here we have an option called share. So we actually need to copy this link, and then in our code, there is a Tableau JavaScript API. So we have used that in order to get the data from Tableau online server to our website. Let me show that. So this is a place where we linked it with a JavaScript, that is Tableau JavaScript API. And this is a script where we have written the script code for Tableau, that is t.js. So let me open that. Okay. Okay, so here init is a function through which we are initializing this. So here basically in this we have a div container, and it is the ID name is nothing but const. So we are getting that element by ID. Then we are using the URL which we have copied from Tableau online server, and then we are customizing the height and width according to our requirements. In Tableau desktop, I have already shown that. Sorry, not this. This is our original dashboard, right? So here we have used the height like 6,900 pixels and 1,550 pixels. So we use that in order to get the same size, because if we don't do this, we are getting the default one, which is very small. And we have actually hidden the tabs and as well as height toolbar. So hide tabs in the sense we will be not able to see this tabs in our website, and as well as hide toolbars is this up section where the share and download everything is there. We will not be able to see this. So for that reason, we have written that. And then next, we use this function. Mainly, we have used this refresh data async. So according to this method, we are able to make our data in the web. We are able to make our data in the website refresh. That means we are able to see that for every 1 minute, our data is refreshed. Our data from the data source is refreshed or not. We actually put here the time interval as 1 minute. So we can understand that for every 1 minute, our data in the website gets updated. But for a live application, getting the data for 1 minute, that too with Tableau, is not a good practice. So for this demo purpose only, we have put it to 1 minute. If not, we can change it to 1 hour or 7 hours or some 24 hours, because being a COVID data, it gets updated daily. So let us change it to 24 hours later on. For demo purpose, we have used this 1 minute in order to see whether the data source is getting updated or not. Now the updated time is like 4 hour 1 minute 59. So after 1 minute, again this gets updated. So within that 1 minute, if we change anything in the database, we will be able to see the changes in our website also. Okay, now let us see the website. This is a home page, and this is a myths page. This is a facts page where we can see the facts. And this is a login page for admin. I have already saved my credentials. So this is a page for admin dashboard page. This is so same visualizations we can see over here also. It is getting loaded. Okay. It is getting loaded. Yes, now it's loaded. So we are able to see that the data is updated in every graph in our dashboard. Total that's graph. Okay. We are able to see different sections, countries, graphs. This is deaths in 24 hours, and this is for cases in 24 hours. We can see it for India. Okay. And this is deaths reported in 7 days and cases in 7 days. This is actually getting updated. As I already said, it is updating for every 1 minute. That means the data source is updating. So if we do any changes, we will be able to see it in our dashboard. Yes, the country is included over here to see total cases for all countries. We can include any country. We will see it. Yes, Argentina. Now let us see the tree map. We are able to see that this is working. Then let us see this. That's in 7 days. Yes, it is working. Next, that's in 7 days. Okay. We need to increase the time interval in order to when we are doing it in a live application. But now presently for demo we have reduced this time interval in order to check whether the data is correctly getting updated or not. So this is for transmissions and total deaths. The size is according to total deaths, and here the size is according to total cases. Finally, we are able to see our dashboard. We can add myths. As this is a demo, let me type something. Okay. Let me add fact also. This is some raw data. So now we should see that this data is getting updated in database, and that database data is actually getting retrieved, and we are able to see it in our facts and myths pages. Fact page, yes, banana, we are able to see in myths page. We should see apple. Yes, we are able to see apple, and then we shall log out, and we will be able to see our home screen, home dashboard. So this is the way we have connected our database with Tableau Desktop, and Tableau Desktop to Tableau Online Server, and Tableau Online Server to our website. We use Tableau JavaScript API in order to connect with Tableau server and our website. This is a workflow for our whole project. Thank you.